Yo, what's up, guys? It's been a minute. Yeah, I haven't done these types of videos in a while. I've tried other types of videos just to see what happens. But shit, now I'm here and we are back with the topic discussions, and with this one, it's one of those that can go either way. But in my opinion, I feel strongly about this one in particular. So to start this off, we all know what the word petty means, right? You know, something of the lines of being childish or acting immature after something someone did or whatever, right? But here, where the term is being used in certain scenarios that shouldn't be used, but to tie this in with the other phrase that actually argues against being petty. Ever heard of the term "fight fire with fire," or perhaps like an eye for an eye? So like these phrases often mean what they mean, right? If somebody takes my pencil, you bet your dumbass I'm about to take his pencil. An eye for an eye, like equal trade, right? I'm not gonna let some fucker take your pencil for free, and you just sit there and like a dumbass Gandhi, like I would not resort to like pity X. So I mean, you gotta fight fire with fire at that point. But I mean, this whole thing kind of creates like this argument, this controversy, like the debate and thing, because this is kind of it goes either way, and both sides are justified. But I mean, to go deeper into it, so yeah, people who try to be so-called the bigger man, right, and think that that they are being mature and smart, in which case, yes, to some people, in some sense, it can be looked as this way, but to some people, including me, it can be looked as being a bitch-ass pussy. Because they believe dumbing down to people's level about whatever happened is to be considered childish and petty. And on the other hand, we have people who believe to make an equal trade, an eye for an eye type deal, fight fire with fire. Because, I mean, who the fuck wants to get trunched on for free and just let it happen without you lashing back in any way, shape, or form? To us, I mean, we believe that that's, the route we called not being a bitch ass pussy. We call this standing up for yourself. And because people who look down on that idea and just slide it off as being petty, they live their lives just thinking that karma is a good thing, and they're gonna get it and they'll get like bad karma on blah 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 or whatever the fuck they think. But actually, I mean, if you do something back to someone, regardless, like how you make it a fair trade or even better, which would be considered revenge, then they'll be a lot better off than you just get fucked with and you don't do anything about it. It's like just you don't really get any benefit from it. Like you're not in an anime, you're not in a TV show. Like nobody's gonna actually like look up to you and be like, oh wow, he's actually a good character. Like no, bitch, no, nobody's watching. So you might as well just do what you have to do. There are tons of examples out, from small ones to some kid like taking another kid's pencil, and the kid stops, talking to him for a while. Then he makes up and apologizes, even though he's not in the wrong, which people would idolize as, him being the bigger man and, he's being mature. But in reality, he's just being a bitch. Like, hell no, huh? To even bigger examples as fucking world wars like Pearl Harbor and shit. Like, the US didn't say, like, you know what, I'm not going to hit you back because I'm going to be the bigger man. Nah, fuck that. They said, bring that ass here, bitch. We better get you. I mean, yeah, there's a ton of examples that can be used, on both sides, like to kind of help argue. And that's why this argument is just, it's very hard to say which is like right and wrong. It really depends, on the scenario actually. And of course, because, some people in this world, I guess even Gandhi, the whole peacemaker type deal, like, non-violent type deal, they kind of created this idea. And of course, there's like many other people out, besides him that use the idea of fight fire with fire and, the eye for an eye type deal. So there's not really just one person that kind of created the idea, but it's a very general idea. It's a very, like, in my opinion, it's the most common route because it's the most logical, in my opinion. But I think that fighting fire with fire should always be the answer. Also, I mean, you should never just hold back or stop yourself from doing something to get back at someone just because you think you'll be petty. If you can get a fair trade back, then it's worth it. Nobody cares if they call you childish or petty, because these people in my eyes are just, they're pussies for two reasons. Like in the end, even if I say an eye for an eye is the real answer, the topic can go on and on and on because both sides are just justified, I guess. I mean, I guess it all really depends on what type of person you are in the scenario. But, just having an eye for an eye is just always the better route. You should never just let things go, unsung. It's just my opinion though. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Leave a like if you like this video. If you want to see more of these, comment, sub if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next VOD. Later.